There. North soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south. A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless... Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
You say these are all from Dalmekia?
Are you gonna buy something or not?
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you. That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Well then. I suppose you'll need a little something.
That's the day done then.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Likely. Fools there nigh on every night.
I don't...
Oh.
Contact.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem... What food I can provide goes where 3 beds track. I'm...
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
Sergeant's got it in for us. Where's your commanding officer, Branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Well, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
But I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only, chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight. Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we? Make it quick. I'm not in the habit of waiting on bearers. Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you. Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon. All right. So you... Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? How the bearer win the Dane's favour, isn't it?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
Got potential. I'll give you that. It's over.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh? Yeah, on second thought, maybe don't mention this to the dame. We wouldn't want you getting into trouble for brawling now, will we?
Extra drills it is then.
You look like you need a... Not half as much as that.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
It's not been half a moon since Ben was
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. You need to leave. Now.
Brant! And you! If you've got...
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Here. It looks like... The Chamberlain must have sent you. But alas, my work is far from over. You need to... But I won't. And what? No way. A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its... Eris. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
That bastard!
Yo, what's up? Are you new here? Welcome to the channel.
the gentleman with the sword.
Excuse me, you there?
You bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames?
Yeah.
And who exactly would I be? And would... Why not?
Sorry guys, skip. Save some time. But at least the side quests are well voice acted.
And one package to each of my 3 customers beyond the wall. And remember, fresh from the master's table.
Pizza time.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Yeah.
We always look forward to your visits, Clive. The Dame especially.
Yeah. The dime? Who's the dime?
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Bertrand was a loyal patron of the Vale, until his appetite exceeded his means. Now he is loyal to me.
I'm loyal to you, my lady. Just a moment. If you see a blue screen, I'm working. Okay. Sorry. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for dropping by. What say you? Oh, yeah.
With the right to confiscate any
Reds,
object.
whites, ales, meads, ciders, perries, murrays.
Look at me, punk. Feeling lucky, punk.
Well, like a plum for the apple of your eye.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice. That is no burden off my back. And this is for it.
What? I can't see anything.
The guards find that?
Too lazy.
If I learn you let the guards find that bottle, you'll have me to answer to.
Happy, 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 happy girl. Sorry, I'm just bored. I don't have business, bub.
Somewhere the guards will be carrying his affairs, any mind.
Fine. Hand over the good.
Here.
This is lighter than usual.
Yeah.
Brand,
I can always take it back.
you will do no such thing. Had you been the...
Thanks for handing me air. Yeah.
Speak of this to anyone, and there'll be no shading.
F off.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now, shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne.
Sorry. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
No one's allowed through the gate until all...
Word is that the legions are readying to march again.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful.
The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Honestly, I just don't know what happened.
Think I might see you tonight?
Oh! Want to see everything.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Not gonna lie. Final Fantasy 16 world seems like it's big. You know? Wow, it's amazing. Looks and feels like an open world game. Looks and feels like Elden Ring, not gonna lie. But at least, you know, even though it's not fully open world, at least you didn't have to take like 10 years of development to hell. And I'm just happy it just released. The maps are pretty big, so anyway, open world games don't have much to explore, but like Souls games, Elden Ring games, open world design is great because the worlds are interconnected. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I think Final Fantasy 16 didn't went the open world route because the way the story is being told, or like in chapters, I guess. So Final Fantasy is like in chapters, but why can't it be like open world? Or maybe the modern Final Fantasy games are more chapter based, I guess. Why can't it be like traditional RPG, Final Fantasy RPGs with like maps, world maps. Airships, boats, whatever. I don't know, maybe because they're going the episodic route, I guess. Like 13 and remake, Final Fantasy VII remake. You want to like make as much games as possible, I guess. But who knows? They might surprise us with an open world 16 spin-off like Comrades or Royal Edition. So yeah, I think that's my theory. But I think I'm excited for them to go on that route.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
I... I'm so sorry, Chloe.
You're late.
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? Oh, well.
All right. Where is...
My, is it?
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it. Stay back. I'll deal with this.
Yeah!
supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this, before it happens again.
You, Brandy, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet, and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the Branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go, summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
Shift your asses!
Had another branded drop in the field.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a dessert?
I come... My thanks.
No.
Yo, thanks, you too. Yo, what's up, yo? Oh, Folklores. Your Highness. Well, I just noticed some things that Final Fantasy 16 copied from Dragon's Dogma. The world looks like Dragon's Dogma. I'm doing fine, how about you? The world looks like Dragon's Dogma, in my opinion. Kinda feels like Dragon's Dogma. Is this Dragon's Dogma? Oh, I love Dragon's Dogma, so I like the aesthetic of this game already. Feels like Dragon's Dogma. And so, but this one, right, that one. This one. This is a move from Dragon's Dogma. They copied it. Copyright, infringement, and also this one. Yeah, so I'm pretty much at home for this game. Oh, this X is also down. Oh, skills. Oh, even the skill system, they copied the Dragon's Dogma. Oh, my mind is blown. So I'm just kidding, but that's just my theory, my game theory. Let me read the comment I didn't see. In the PS5 screen, I can only see 1, 2, 3, or 4 words. You haven't played Final Fantasy yet? Well, in my opinion, just start with whichever game is. Okay, for those who haven't started any Final Fantasy game or wondering where to start. So, in my opinion, just start with which game is accessible to you. I started with Final Fantasy 7 because that was accessible to me back in the... Wow, that was long time ago. High school days was it? Wow. Ooh. There's also sound effects coming from the PS4 controller. So is this a surround effect? Nice. A PS5 controller. Yeah, also, or you could also start with which game appeals to you the most. So yeah, I didn't know that. There's also sound coming from the PS5 controller. It's pretty cool. It's just a small detail, but it like adds to the experience. So yeah, start with whichever game that's accessible to you, or which game you like. Oh, there's a lot of dead bodies here in this game. It's pretty dark. It's like I feel like I'm playing The Witcher. I feel like I'm playing a combination of games: Witcher, Dragon's Dogma, Elden Ring. I'm having a blast so far. So the game is actually very good, even though there's a lot of haters. So yeah, so I think Final Fantasy has a lot of like titles. So there's a lot of titles for different kinds of taste for players. So well, if you prefer modern games, modern action games, you can start with 16 or 7 remake or 16, 7 remake, what else? Or 15 or Kingdom Hearts, but we're talking about Final Fantasy. If you like turn-based games, if you want like a memorable experience for this day and age, I would suggest start with Final Fantasy 8 or Final Fantasy 7. Or Final Fantasy 10. It's still kind of okay with the graphics, I guess, with 10, with the because it was on the PS2, so and there's like a PS4 version, I think. I platinum Final Fantasy 10 on my PS2 Vita. Or if you just start with 16 if you can afford it. But maybe you want to if you are on a budget, maybe you can start with 15. So the Royal Edition of 15, they fixed a lot of things and improved and added a lot of things. So Royal Edition is gonna be worth playing for new players. But unlike me, I platinum Royal Edition as soon as I could because there was a lot of bugs, but I still enjoy the combat and the gameplay and the story nonetheless. But that's just my theory, my game theory.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
It amuses me that Cid would choose a chapel for your rendezvous. There never was a more unrepentant soul in all the realm.
Weren't expecting any new brandy. Till the new moon.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door. Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stable. When I saw what was happening, I slipped.
All right.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast. They looked a nasty bunch. They can't get away with this. If people start thinking Martha's gone soft, every bandit in Rosaria will think we're fair game.
Ha! Golden Stable's my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy, though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it? Get it, lads. I want that blade.
Let's get this over with. I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do if we're to make this place presentable. You best be going, before I arm you with a mop.
There he is, the man of the hour. You're the one who saw... off the banner.
heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Oh, you're the new goat Otto's put. And there's no short. Anyway, reckon you... Quick look. Seen enough? All right? Me? The way So, what'd you say? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Clive, was it?
Look what the Colonel dragged it. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Is that all?
Well, so what'd it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?